right, so welcome back, everyone. So it's time now for our weekly business breakfast segment. With us now is Rodney Boodram, Senior Financial Advisor at the Unit Trust Corporation. Mr. Boodram, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us, and good morning to all the viewers.
All right, so thank you very much again. All right, so we're speaking about now investing in our children's future. When it comes to this, Mr. Boodram, let's talk a little bit about some of the initiatives, plans, if I can put it that way, that the UTC has in place when it comes to investing in our children's future.
Well, the number one plan that we have is our Children Investor Starter Plan. It is one of those plans that was created for you to be able to put away a little funds every month towards your child's education, be it you want to meet a secondary school goal or a university goal. Whatever goal you have in mind for your child is to be able to put away some funds towards that child's education.
Yeah. And you're speaking about putting a little funds every month. How little are we speaking about?
Well, it's just $100 to open that account. It's not much. Again, if you can afford more, it's you figuring out that amount you want to put away for your kids. Let me give you an example just to drive that point home. Let's say you wanted a plan for your child's university. The average cost is around $3,000 per module at UE. And then you're looking at 30 courses you have to do. That's $90,000 plus some added stuff. So if you know that is where you want your child to go now, and your child was just born about 3 or 4 months ago, you can figure that goal out, and you're looking at probably around 19 years towards university, and start putting away some funds. Again, it's you figuring it. So while I said, yes, you can put away a little, and 100 is the goal, but it's you figuring out what you want for your child and then trying to meet that demand or that goal.
Yeah. And let's talk about the period. So is it that there is a maturity time that this plan that we're speaking about, it matures in how many years?
Well, there's no maturity period. You have access to your funds at any time. Again, putting the goal, and the reason why we said Children Investor Starter Plan, is just a way for you to know, hey, I'm saving towards my child. I'm not going to take out that funds from the account. You want to make sure that you're putting away. So there's no maturity. So again, let's give another example. As life progresses, salary gets better, you can put away more. That's one. Two, as life progresses, let's say something happens around standard 4, your child is in standard 4. You can't afford the lessons for the child. Granted, you are sending the child to lessons. You can take some funds out to help with that need. Or books might be a hurdle at that time. You can take out the funds. Let's say secondary school, that happens. So the funds are there for you to utilize for the child. You can access the funds. What we did at the corporation is just put a goal for you. You're saving towards your child's education. So by naming it Children's Investor Starter Plan, it's you investing in your child, be it education or whatever you want to invest in your child. You want to try to put away the funds, and you can use it at any time.
All right, so let's fine-tune this a little more, because I think for parents who may be looking at us right now, sir, they may be thinking, look, if I invest in this plan, what am I going to get in dollars and cents? So if I invest $100, is it that in 5 years, what do I get? In 10 years, what do I get? And so on.
Well, we can't project in terms of investment, because based on how the portfolio is built, it's built with bonds and stocks in mind. So it's a portfolio with good investments that over the longer period you can get. For example, it's you knowing what you're putting away for the child. So let's say it was $1,000 a year for 19 years. I'm just using an arbitrary figure. That's $19,000 that you're looking at you will have in 19 years. In terms of the growth that it will have plus the interest that it will receive, I can't give you a projection on that, but it will be growing over time.
But it's going to be over the $19,000 that I would have invested, right?
Right. Remember, you get compounded interest as it goes along. So annually 1,000, next year 2,000, 3,000, and the funds grow as it go along.
Yeah. when we're speaking about a plan such as this, who's this plan for?
Well, as with any investment plan, it's you trying to meet your goal, and it can be for anyone at any point in time. So the Remedy Unit Trust Corporation was created years ago with the everyday man in mind, to give them the opportunity to invest in good stocks and bonds, and our mutual funds contain those assets. So it gives you an opportunity to put a little away, or whatever your need is at that time, or whatever your goal is, you can now start contributing monthly towards that goal to be able to assist you in meeting that goal that you have, be it's your child's education or whatever it may be, you are trying to meet that particular goal.
Yeah, but we do have a feeling, a perception in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Boodram, that investing, it is for wealthy people, people who have money, not for poor people. The normal man.
Right. So that is why I will drive the point home that the corporation was created years ago to allow people. And if you look at our monthly amounts to start an account, it's $100. It's not much. It's you now figuring out, can I afford that 100? And that's the first step there now. And then you tell yourself, can I afford 200? And then as you go along. But I think what has helped me in seeing my customers over the years is putting that goal and that need towards what you're looking for. So let's give an example. You want to build a house. The first step you're looking at is you'll need a down payment. In most cases, it's 10%. So let's say 100,000 is that 10%, and the legal fees are 50. And in 6 years is what I'm looking at building my home. Then you have 6 years in which to save. So you now can figure out that amount and discipline yourself, or put some measure of you putting away the money into an account that could help you, and the money grows at the same time. So once it grows at the same time, you get some interest. You're able to meet your goal faster. So that is what has helped, is that it's for the everyday man. But again, tying the goal for them allows them the discipline, or you're pushing towards meeting that particular goal.
Yeah. I want to speak a little bit about, and you did touch on some of them earlier, but let's speak a little bit about the benefits for the parents who are looking at us right now. Let's speak about the benefits and how plans such as these would help the parent and students and children cope with whatever financial challenges they may encounter in the future, re-education and so on.
So the number one thing I would think is being able to access quality education. And quality education in the sense that, again, we spoke about the lessons. If you can't afford it at that time, and the funds you would have put away for almost 7 years prior, you're able to now access that to help you with that need. Or you're going on to university and you're able to, meet some of that expenses so that not too much comes out from your own savings. It comes out from what you put away towards the child's education. On the other hand, by you showing your child you're putting away towards their education on a monthly basis, it creates that perception in the child's mind that, hey, I need to be doing that also. My mom is invested in my life. It may give them that opportunity to say, I need to, work harder to make sure I get the results to show them. But the number one thing that I have seen with customers, and again, we said before, as life progresses, career gets better, salary may get better. You may not touch the funds that you put away to your child's education. You want to do at the same time, it creates generational wealth. And how does it create generational wealth? Some of these parents are coming in now, closing the account and transferring it to their grandkids. And that is at the same time, because they didn't use the funds to their children's education, they are now able to assist with their grandkids' education, or they're just gifting it to the grandkids depending on the age. So to me, the generational wealth part is key. It helps, it shows, and you're able to assist your grandkids.
How can the UTC help people when it comes to considering and starting an investment plan for their children's future. So is it that, again, for parents who are viewing us right now, so is it that I can come into the UTC, I can call the UTC, I can contact the UTC via its social media platforms and so on, and ask for an appointment, and I sit down with a financial advisor and we discuss this plan for our children? It's as simple as that?
Right, so you can have, yes, it's as simple as that. You can call our contact center to schedule an appointment. You could go into a branch to be able to schedule an appointment. There's different ways you could reach out to our social media. There's different ways that you can. And once you come in, you're able to sit with us. And again, the figures that I throw out there is trying to figure out that goal that you have in mind for your child. Where do you see your child in 20 years or 15 years, depending on the time you come in? And putting a figure to that and allowing you to save towards that goal. And again, by you creating that vision for your child, you're able to now show the child that at the same time. And and you're working with them and you're planning for that goal that you have in mind for them. And at the same time, once you're coming in, it's 2 forms of ID, a utility bill, job letter, or payslip in order to open the account. And an added point, up until August 30th, if you come in, and again, we want to celebrate with the SCA children, all those that were successful, come in with your SCA slip. $200 from the corporation will match your $100 deposit to start that SCA, that CISP account. Now, Children Investor Starter Plan, normally when you come in, you deposit your 100, the corporation matches it with 100. But this time, the SCA children, we're giving them 200 just to celebrate with them in terms of their SCA results.
How early should parents begin investing in plans such as these?
I would say immediately. For example, when my son was born, that was 3 years ago, I was able to, after 3 months, open an account for him. And it allows me that opportunity, or that full 19 years or 20-year period in which to start contributing towards his education, or in future, the funds that I'm putting away may help to defer some of the cost for his education. Or some parents, when the child is going into primary school, they start, or secondary school. But also, I've seen some parents do milestones. So, for example, the child is 1 year, they open the account, they put in some funds. 2, 3, 4, 15 years, every year for the birthday, they contribute some funds. Again, it's you finding that model. So while we were saying making a monthly contribution, you're not tied to a monthly contribution. You can make an annual deposit, you can make every 6 months, or again, every birthday for the child, you're contributing some savings towards them.
Yeah. Parents can also make a lump sum.
Any parent that is listening,
and parents can also make a lump sum.
Yes, they can make a lump sum if they wish also.
Yeah. Mr. Boodram, anything else you'd like to tell us before you leave us this morning?
Well, I'd like everyone to remember, as I said before, the SCA campaign. We have the CISP, or Children Investor Starter Plan campaign. The time is now to start and invest in your child's future. You have until August 30th, again, to take advantage of that opportunity for us to celebrate with your child with the $200 to match your deposit. But on the other hand, once you have a child and you heard that you're planning towards your child's future, come in at the corporation. 2 forms of ID, utility bill, job letter or payslip, and we can open an account for you, and let's start investing in your child's future.
Yeah. Mr. Boodram, thank you very much for speaking with us this morning. Bye for now.
No problem. Thank you very much for having us.
Of course. All right, so we are going to a very short break. We're coming back, everybody.